Hi folks, welcome to Maverick Gunworks channel. I'm going to talk about a favorite little rifle from a long time ago. We have this one come in a few days ago for a customer going to clean up a little bit with. We're going to test fire and make sure it's still good to go. But this is the Stevens 14.5 Little Scout's what it's called, chambered in 22 long rifle. Right. This is a rolling block, single shot type little 22 rifle. They were made from what I can gather, from 1909 to 1936. And there's no serial numbers on it, so I really can't pinpoint how old this gun is, but it's roughly 100 years old, all right, give or take a little bit. So anyways, this is made so that it is a single shot. So you would pull the hammer, cock the hammer back, pull your loading breech block down. It falls down into the receiver. Put in one cartridge, 22 long rifle, flip it up, and then be able to pull the trigger and fire one shot at a time. This is one of the favorite rifles for young men, roughly 100 years ago. And they made similar models to this for probably over 50 years in different configurations. Some of them had lever action type, but were still all very similar in design on the inside. In that they were only a single shot rifle. And really designed mostly for the young shooters. We'll take a couple minutes here and just take it apart and show you how easy it is to disassemble this if you wanted to clean it really good. In this example, we're going to use our properly fitting screwdriver to take our fore end off, and with the screw on the bottom of the receiver, we can just back it off. It should be only hand tight anyway, but you can use a screwdriver if you need to. Take the barrel loose, and here we're going to go ahead and cock the hammer, probably pull our block down. It makes it a little more easy to get the barrel off of it. Okay. And there you go, that's all there is to it. And with that, we could have access to our ejector here, be able to clean any crud out from under the ejector. Also be able to get a swab through the barrel and clean it out good. And then with our barrel off, we have better access to the falling block and the action in here, where we can clean this up and be able to lubricate that easily. And even more than that, you may not want to do it at home unless you're well mechanically inclined, I should say. There are just a few screws to take it apart, but you have to consider the springs that are related to it so that you don't damage anything, and be able to put it back together correctly too. Right. Anyway, I noticed something with this particular gun, being as old as it is, it's really in really good condition. I'm pleasantly surprised, because I see these occasionally, usually worn, beat up a lot worse than what this one is. It's been used, and nothing wrong with that. That's what it's for. But being consider the fact that it's 100 years old, and you can still see the case in this instance. The receiver is case color hardened, so you get a little bit of a close-up shot there. Maybe you can see the different coloring on the receiver. Looks almost cloudy. There's little blue and gray random colors mixed in. That is your case color receiver. And even that process today, just to give you an idea of what that would look like if you had to duplicate that process today, just that alone is roughly $300 if you want to rebuild a gun like this. Most people don't want to do it that way. It's actually better off to leave it like it is probably. We'll just scuff it a little bit with some maybe 4/0 steel wool, get the surface rust off of it, and a little bit of oil, and to just keep it lubricated so that it don't get any worse. All right. But anyway, that's pretty much it. You're in putting this back together, all right? And I would recommend that we're going to pull our hammer back, let our breech block come down, and when you put it back together, you got to consider there's a pin in the bottom here that activates your ejector for the cartridge. Make sure this pin is engaged on the back of your ejector here when you put the barrel back in. Okay, so we're going to push our ejector out. Make sure that pin goes right behind the ejector as it fits into the receiver. Should come straight down just like that. And alrighty, and we can get our barrel screw started here. I'll say I do. Let's put it, I bet you lay it on the bench. It might help a little bit. Get it straight there. And all it has to be is just good finger tight, snug. You don't have to clamp on it with a big screwdriver or anything. And we'll just place our 4-end piece back on there, real simple. Just one single screw up in the middle of it. And you know, this is, again, this is in very good condition for its age. In this gun, I don't recommend trying to refinish it unless you really just have your heart set on it and make it look brand new, which we could do that. It can be done. But one in this good a condition, I just prefer to leave it like it is. Just clean it up good and treasure it for what it is. Because somebody a long time ago, their grandfather, great-grandfather, enjoyed this when they were a kid. And if we take care of it, it'll be good for a couple more generations. Anyway, there you go, guys. That's just a little bit of a quick look at the little Stevens 14.5 Little Scout 22 long rifle. Thanks for watching.